Divya and Aaron. Oh my god, I just forgot. Sorry, I just totally forgot what I was gonna say. Sorry. Hi, I'm Dabby, but you can call me Dabz. So today I'm reviewing Don't Read the Comments by Eric Smith. So this book I read like a while ago, but I'm just now doing the book review because I haven't gotten a chance to, but now I am. And yeah, that's it. I don't know what else to say. I usually say something very interesting here. Sorry. This book might have been in my book haul video, which you can check out if you want. I'm also going to be doing another book haul video very soon because I just ordered a bunch of books off of Amazon. I got a book at Barnes & Noble, so I have a lot of books right now. So I'm going to be doing another book haul soon, so stay tuned. Okay, so let's begin. So Don't Read the Comments is about two different characters. It's from two different characters' perspectives, Divya and Aaron. And Divya is a social media influencer, and she is a glitch streamer. And I don't know if glitch is a real thing. I don't think it is, but I'm guessing it's like Twitch or like YouTube where she like live streams. And she's a gamer. She live streams video games, and she has just started playing the game Reclaim the Sun. But to Divya, streaming games isn't just about having fun. Her and her mother are struggling with finances, so it's actually mostly about like the money that she gets from it to her because she needs it because she's struggling with money. And even though Divya gets hundreds and millions of positive comments and messages, in between those, there are a lot of negative messages as well. So that's why her kind of motto is don't read the comments. So the second character in this book is Aaron, and Aaron is working on a small indie game with a couple of his friends, and he is an aspiring video game writer. So like he wants to write like the dialogue and the scripts in like video games and stuff. But his parents aren't really that supportive of what he's doing because his parents want him to become a doctor like them, both of them. And so that's kind of Aaron's story. He wants to work on games and like write for video games, but his parents want him to be a doctor. And through a very lucky coincidence, Aaron and Divya meet in the game Reclaim the Sun. While they're both playing, they somehow meet, and this book is kind of about them talking to each other and becoming friends and developing a relationship and helping each other through their struggles. So this book was a very like modern and contemporary like book, and I really like that about this book, how it was so like modern, because it talked a lot about like social media and video games and a lot of things that are really relatable, I think, to like people my age and like in my like generation, just because of how much we rely on and use like technology and social media and stuff like that. And also like me as a person who like uses social media daily, and like obviously has a YouTube channel, but I also like look through Instagram and TikTok and things like that. Plus I play video games like sometimes. As like someone who does that, like I'm like, I don't know, I found this book very relatable and like could relate to the characters in this book in like a way. We had like some kind of connection. So this is also kind of relating to what I just said, but I love how this book touched on racism, sexism, doxing, and like cyberbullying, and it talked a lot about how like bullying online is still bullying. And I love how, even though it was a great like contemporary romance or like realistic fiction type book, I also love how powerful it was and how it kind of spoke up for those who have been bullied, especially online, or have been the victims of like racism or doxing or things like that. And also how you can kind of learn from it and learn a little bit about how to fight against that and why it's bad and like how it happened. Even though it was like obviously like a romance contemporary YA book, it was also pretty educational, and I like that about this book. So I really did enjoy like the relationship between Divya and Aaron and how that kind of like flowed and how they like had their ups and downs and things like that. However, there was this one part in the story where the relationship was like I don't know how to explain it very well, but it was going at kind of a steady pace and then it just like suddenly changed out of nowhere. Like nothing big happened, it just suddenly changed. And it seemed like they were so much closer in a matter of like pages, in a matter of a couple pages, even though before they had been kind of going like this and then they just went like, I don't know, does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense, but it was like the flow of the relationship was going steady and then it went from like 0 to 100 in a couple of pages, and I felt like that was a little bit weird. So another kind of weird thing that I found about this book was that there were some parts that were logically like wrong in this book. I wouldn't say wrong, but like kind of weird. And I wouldn't call them plot holes because they were mostly minor and there wasn't anything major. But they were all things like the main character was told something and then she forgets in the next like minute. Or this scene couldn't have worked because like an item was somewhere and then the author said it was somewhere else afterwards, you know? Like, I don't know how to explain it without giving spoilers. Like, for example, there was a camera here, but then in the next scene, the author describes the camera being here. And it was like there are a couple of those weird, like, unlogical things, but didn't really like change the story at all, so I guess it was okay. So I really enjoyed reading the sibling relationship between Aaron and Mira. I think that's her name. Mira is Aaron's younger sister, and I also really liked reading the friend relationship between Divya and Rebecca. And I honestly, I wish there was more of that because I really liked how it was written. And even though, I love romance and stuff like that, I also really like sibling relationships and friend relationships within the story. And I wish that there was more of both of those relationships because, especially Aaron and Mira's. Also with Divya and Rebecca's, I wish there was a little bit more history about not history, but what happened and how they became friends. And I don't know, I just wish that like background knowledge, backstory about how they became friends and stuff like that, because I don't know, I'm really interested in that, and I just wish that there was a little bit more of their relationships, because this book focused so much on just Divya and Aaron that we didn't really, I feel like, get to focus on any of the other characters in the background.
Bonk.
This is the last thing that I want to talk about, but it's also kind of relating to the thing that I just said because it's about characters, but I really liked Aaron and Divya because they both had flaws within them, but they also had traits that made them so lovable and connected to. I feel like as a reader, I felt very connected to both Aaron and Divya in a way, and I felt like their struggles made me feel bad for them, and their highs, their achievements, the parts where they're happy also made me feel happy. And they were just, I don't know, they were just so lovable characters, and they both had very different and diverse personalities within them. And I feel like they were also had a good development both as characters but also as a relationship. It was a good steady development, except that one part that I talked about in the beginning of this book review. So I gave this book, I'd say 4 stars. 4 stars to maybe 4.5 stars. And I really enjoyed it. I think that if you are a person that really is wanting to read a very, very contemporary, modern realistic fiction book with a little bit of romance, then this book is the book for you. And yeah, that's it. So that will be the end of my book review. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you like this video, then like this video and subscribe if you want more content like this. Happy reading!